super elevation or cant or banking in terms of theta degree. Super elevation is defined as to avoid the sliding or overturning at the horizontal curves. Pavement is raised at the edges. Then what do we mean by raising of the pavement at edges? Suppose this is the width of the road. The super elevation is provided by raising an outer edge with respect to inner edge by a height E. The E is called as super elevation. A maximum E considered is with respect to bullock cart, and E should not be less than camber. Means the maximum E provided on the road is with respect to bullock cart. Means bullock cart can be drive on road easily without any efforts, and super elevation should not be less than camber. The formula for determining super elevation is E plus F is equals to V square upon GR, whereas E is super elevation, F is lateral friction, that is 0.15, V is speed of vehicle in meter per second. For this formula, R is the radius of curve. Next formula, or it may be in option, E plus F is equals to V square upon 127 R, whereas V in this formula is in kilometer per hour. In design, a formula is generally used E is equals to 0.75 V bracket square upon GR, whereas V here is meter per second. Whereas another formula, E is equals to V square upon 225 R, whereas V in this formula is kilometer per hour. Here one point is noted that here F is equals to 0, because in design minimum speed is considered and hence friction never mobilize. Means we have seen in this formula here F is assumed, where F is equals to 0, because in design we are assuming the minimum speed, hence at the minimum speed the friction never mobilize. Here are the some values of E. In case of plain and rolling terrain, the E is 7%, that is 0.07. In mountainous and steep, 10%, 0.1. In built up and urban areas, super elevation is 4%, that is 0.04. After super elevation in horizontal alignment, the next term is commonly used is extra widening. It is denoted by WE. The purpose of providing extra widening is front wheel runs at a greater radius as compared to the rear wheel, hence require more space for the free movement. Hence the extra widening of the pavement is done. Mean when a car is moving on the alignment, the front wheel runs at a greater radius. Means the rear wheel takes less radius, whereas front wheel takes more radius. Hence it requires more space for the movement. Hence we are providing extra width to the road, that is called as extra widening. The extra widening formula, mechanical widening plus psychological widening. Mechanical widening is provided due to the rigid movement of the vehicle, and psychological widening is more side distance to the driver. The formula is NL square upon 2R plus V upon 9.5 under root R. Note, when the off tracking is given, then assume N is equals to 1. When in the given off tracking is given, then value of N is equals to 1, whereas V in this formula is kilometer per hour. Extra widening provision depend on radius of the curvature. Means the amount of the extra widening required is totally depend upon radius of the curve. As per the IS, if the radius is less than 50 meter, we provide inner edge only. Extra widening provided at the inner edge only. If the radius is between 50 to 300 meter, extra widening is provided at the both edges. If radius is greater than 300 meter, no extra widening is required. Curve resistance given by the vehicle movement on the road due to the wheel rigidity. While vehicle moving on the road, it offers some resistance due to the rigidity, that is calculated by T in bracket 1 minus cos of phi. Next term is grade compensation. Gradient compensation is nothing but the minimizing the gradient or the resistance given by the curve plus gradient provided. Means if we provide gradient on the road surface, there is some resistance offered by the road to the movement of the vehicles. Hence, to minimize it, we are providing grade compensation. Applied only if the gradient is greater than 4%. Grade compensation formulas are 30 plus r divided by r. R is nothing but the radius of the curvature. 75 divided by r. The least of the two is taken as the grade compensation. Grade is compensated by given gradient minus least of this is minus. Note, if the compensated gradient is less than 4, then we will not take it as, we will take on that place 4, where if the gradient is greater than 4, then it is taken as a compensated gradient. Means compensated gradient should never be less than 4. After studying the basics of the horizontal alignment, that is super elevation and extra widening, now we are going to study what are the horizontal curves provided, what are the types of the horizontal curves, and what is their length. What is the purpose of the horizontal alignment? The horizontal alignment is provided to avoid the sudden jerk during the movement of the vehicle on the road. Next is to provide the smooth super elevation. Transition curve. The radius changes from infinite to definite value, then the curve is called as transition curve. Types of transition curves. Here we can see that there are 3 types of transition curve. First is cubic spiral or clothed, that is spiral in nature. Next one is lemniscate curve, and third one is cubic parabola. Types of transition curve. These are the 3 types of transition curve. Cubic spiral or the clothed one is adopted in highways generally. Why cubic spiral is adopted in highway construction? Because of the rate of change of acceleration and super elevation in clothed curve is constant, hence it is adopted. Next, second point is setting out on the field is very easy, hence it is used generally. Up to 4 to 9 degree, all 3 curves have same property. Means 4 degree to 9 degree, all 3 curves have the same property. After that, their property changes. The length of the transition curve is calculated by following the rate of change of centrifugal acceleration, the rate of introduction of super elevation, and third one is empirical formula. Greater of above 3 is taken as the length of the curve. These 3 as calculated as given below. The rate of change of centrifugal acceleration, that is L, length of transition curve is V cube upon CR, whereas V is equals to V in meter per second, C is in 80 divided by 75 plus V, whereas V in kilometer per hour. The value of C generally varies between 0.5 to 0.8 meter per second cube. Second one is rate of introduction of super elevation. First, in case of lifting about the center of the pavement, length is equals to N divided by 2 in bracket E plus WE, whereas E is super elevation, WE is extra widening. Lifting about the corners. In case of lifting about the corners, length of transition curve is N in bracket E plus WE, whereas N is rise of super elevation per unit length, means rise of height per unit length. Shift of next is third one is empirical formulas. A, in case of plain and rolling terrain, the length of transition curve is 2.7 V square upon R. Sorry, not transition, yes, transition curve. L is equals to 2.7 V square upon R. V in kilometer per hour. Second, mountainous, and in case of mountainous and steep terrain, length of transition curve is V square upon R, whereas V in kilometer per hour. The greater of above 3 is taken as length of the transition curve. Next, a point which is more important in transition curve, that is shift of the curve. Then they ask us in the question that what is the shift of the curve, then it is calculated by length of transition curve that is greater from the following: L square upon 24 r. R is the radius of curvature. In the horizontal curve, next important point is setback distance. It is denoted by small m, provided for the site in case of the obstruction. Definition: distance from the center line of a road to any obstruction is called as the setback distance. The formula is different for the different case. In case of the one lane case, for the horizontal circular curve, length is greater than side distance. The formula is alpha upon 360 s divided by 2 pi r, whereas setback distance is r into 1 minus cos of alpha by 2. Whereas in case of transition curve, the length of curve is less than side distance, alpha by 360 length of curve divided by 2 pi r, and setback distance formula r minus r cos of alpha by 2 plus s minus lc divided by 2 sin alpha by 2. lc is the length of the curve. Next, in case of the two lane case, the formula is, if the length of curve is greater than side distance, alpha divided by 360 s divided by 2 pi r minus d, and the setback distance r minus d cos of alpha by 2. Whereas d is the half the width of the single lane. Means, taking example, in case of two lane, if the road width is 7 meter, then what is the d? D is the half of the single lane width. Two lane width is 7 meter, then one lane will be 3.5 meter, and half of the one lane width, it is 1.75 meter. In case of the transition curve in two lane, if the length of curve is less than side distance, the formula is alpha by 360 is equals to length of curve divided by 2 into r minus d, and the setback distance formula is r minus d cos of alpha by 2 plus s minus lc divided by 2 sin of alpha by 2. Here the diagrams of the both cases are given in case of the one lane case and two lane case.